Hello, hello, we are live. Hi everyone, this is Frank Kramer. I'm your host. I'm the founder of Eat Like a Vegan Chef. And today I am going to be answering any questions you might have about my new Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. So I guess we wait a few minutes until hopefully everyone is coming in. I am just to introduce myself, my name is Chef Frank Kramer, and I created the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience, which is all about discovering and mastering a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. So I will get more into detail a little later, but the reason I created this is because I had so many issues in my family. My mother was sick of cancer, and she later died of Alzheimer's. And a lot of my family members got sick as well from cancer, high blood pressure, you name it, they had it. And, you know, I thought, wow, am I next? So that's why I changed my diet and I switched to a whole food plant-based diet. So that's basically why I created my Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. And first of all, I'd like to say hello to Dennis. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Donna, for being here. I really appreciate it. Can you hear me good? I just put a hi, Justin. Thanks for joining. If you can hear me, can you please put a thumbs up in the comment box so I know that you can hear me? Can everyone hear me properly? Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining. Is everyone able to hear me? Hi, Jacqueline. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Katie. Okay, so I would say we wait just a few more minutes until everyone has joined. So again, I'm going to answer all your questions today. If you can put your questions in the comment box, whatever it is. Don't be shy. I try to answer all your questions, and I will also explain what the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience is all about. So I think it's quite exciting because it's a full program. It's quite intensive, and I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy it. So, okay, what is the membership all about? First of all, the program starts with an 8-week program. That is basically where you start with the introduction, obviously, with a health assessment, and so the introduction is all about what the entire program is about. Then we'll go over to stage 1, which is all about discovering how the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience goes. So that starts with understanding our eating culture. A lot of people maybe never heard about it or unaware of it, but we are the media is quite influential when it comes to our eating culture. And that is from I don't know if you remember the milk mustache advertising many years ago. That was organized by the dairy industry, so they have a big influence on us. And I don't want to go into what's good, what's not good for you. And I'm not here to convince you that a plant-based diet is the best. I'm just here to lead by example. I just want to make sure that I want to get my message across, that I think that a whole food plant-based diet is one of the healthiest diets out there, and it's scientifically proven that a whole food plant-based diet actually helps when it comes to chronic diseases and may even reverse them. So again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not legally allowed to say those terms. I never felt healthy drinking cow milk, Justin. Yes. Well, you know what? We all grew up with drinking milk. We all did, and or many of us. I did for sure. And I cannot say that I didn't feel well, but you know, the science is there. The science proves that if you let go of animal products, you will see your cholesterol goes down, your high blood pressure goes down. There's quite a lot of evidence. Okay, so that's the stage one. Stage one also covers agriculture and sustainability. The reason why I put this in there, I think it's very important to understand in order to transition from the Western diet towards a whole food plant-based diet. You know, if you go just blind into that diet, you might fail because you just don't know why you're going into it. So it's very important why we're going there. This is, to me, that's the basic. And this is the first stage. It covers agriculture, sustainability, livestock, and just to get you a little little idea, when it comes to agriculture, agriculture uses 80% of our entire water footprint in the United States. 80%, and that's crazy. And that is, most of that water is to feed, or not to feed, to water the land where the food is grown for animals. That's crazy. Livestock, for instance, we need 1,800 gallons to produce one cow. And if you take the weight of a cow, it's probably 1,800 pounds times 1,800 gallons. And then we have, I don't know, 30 million cows being slaughtered every year. Or I don't know how many, it might be less. But then you can see where the water's going. And it's just absolutely incredible. So that's the basic in stage one. While in stage one, I have 2 days of question and answers, and that's just to basically give you a hand and go through the program. And I will be there every day. So there's not a day where you might have questions or you don't understand a module. I'll be there, and that's why it is an Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. So I will go through the entire program with you. Then we go to the comfort zone. A comfort zone is something what affects every one of us. For instance, when we have family gatherings, we eat certain foods, and we associate those foods with memories. So whenever we have, let's say, Thanksgiving, we associate turkey with this. And that's just an experience. So in order to address that, we have to first know why we're drawing to certain foods. For instance, many of us, including myself, when we come home, I enjoy a ice cold beer. So yes, alcohol is not healthy, and we have to keep it at a limit. And I understand that. And alcohol is not good, and I know, and I can withdraw from alcohol. That's not an issue. But there are certain people who must have a certain amount of alcohol, and that's just because, hey, they feel better with this. But that's the comfort zone. Some people have it in food. They eat certain foods, and some people drink alcohol, or some people eat popcorn or chips, or eat or drink Diet Cokes. So that's what comfort food is. Very, very important. Then we go over to stage 2, and stage 2 is about new habits. That's obviously that's quite self-explanatory. I will go through that. Then we go through the Pantry challenge, which is quite interesting. What I forgot about my first stage is, in the beginning, we all join into a Facebook community. It's a private Facebook community only for our members, only for the Eat Like a Vegan Chef Experience members, no one else. So it's very private. There's no one else in there, and you can feel very safe to say what you want to say about yourself. It's about a community experience. It's very, very important that you feel safe in this community. There's no one in there who is not, who doesn't have the same interests like you. So that is, I wanted to just say that. So every time we go from one module to another, we will address and will discuss all the topics we have in these modules, and we'll go over it. Everyone will say their concerns, and we will go from, you will make progress throughout those stages. That's why we're going from stage 1 to stage 6. And so now we're at stage 3. I'm sorry, we're at stage 2, the Pantry challenge. And the Pantry challenge is, well, you're going to clean out your pantry. And I will, I'm not saying that your pantry is not clean, so don't get me wrong. It's you're going to remove certain foods which you are drawn to, and it's a process that needs to happen in order to transition to a whole food plant-based lifestyle. You want to make sure you remove all foods that are not whole foods, like white flour, for instance, oil, for instance, a lot of things that don't belong in a whole food plant-based diet. Chips, sodas, processed foods, white bread. There's so many more foods. All these should be removed. Otherwise, you will not. You might fail. Okay, then the preparation. Preparation is, I'll go over all the foods you should be buying, all the foods that are necessary, which you should have ready in your refrigerator. How many foods, how many of each, so that you can get started with your Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. Then we go to stage 3. And in stage 3, I will go over all the nutrients. We're going over macronutrients, micronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat, and what they do, and why you need them, and why you don't need certain things. So that's a very, very intense program, actually. So once you go out of this, you will have Maybe some of you, of course, know already what nutrition is, but you will have a good understanding what you need to eat and why you need to have certain things, certain foods, in order to stay healthy, to get enough protein. I know one of the questions is, do I get enough protein? And this is what that module is about. That's the planning phase. You plan that you're ready and that you have everything you need. In that stage, we will go over food logging. Studies have shown that if you log your food, you eat better. And for those of you who wants to lose weight, logging your food is essential because it tells you by the end of the night that you ate the right food or you didn't eat the right food. Because I will all give you a link to a nutrition calorie counting app, and I will tell you by the end of the night exactly how many protein you had, how many carbs, how many fat, how many calories, how many micronutrients you had. Very, very important. Did you get all your vitamins and minerals? Very important. So that's what stage 3 is about. So you plan for your transition. I know a lot of you are already more or less in that stage, but I think there's still a lot of things to be learned. Okay, then we go from stage 3, we go to stage 4, and that's the week before we start actually cooking. So what we do is I will go over menu ideas. I will go how to cook certain things. We will have live cooking sessions. So I will give you the recipes, and I have my recipes. We both have the same recipes, and we are cooking the same food together. So in that way, you cannot fail. If you have any questions, we'll figure it out, and we'll prep for our first week. So the weekend before. Hi, Linda. She's just saying, can you give us some gravy recipes? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so that week, which is called adopted, that's the week where we cook together, and we go into the next week, and we discuss all the recipes so that we batch cook. So when you come from work, you just have to take the food out and eat, because the last thing you want is you come home and you don't have food. So that's what this week is about. All the recipes will be discussed, the cooking basics. If anyone has questions about anything, how to cook what, or cooking techniques, whatever it is that we discuss there. And then we go over into the first week, and that's when the first week is, I don't want to give away too much, but every one of us is in a different stage. So some of us are already vegan, some of us are have never heard about vegan. So everyone starts at their own pace. It is a 6 weeks planner. So for the people who are still eating meat, they are allowed to eat, I think it's once or twice this week. They can eat animal foods, but the rest of the week they eat vegan food or vegetarian food. So, and every week it's been reduced until the 5th week, where there's no more meat or no more dairy allowed. I mean, I'm not saying it's not allowed. It's up to you. You take the time to transition, and it's your journey to the plant side, I like to say. And so it's not about being rigid or not. It's just, if you need time to transition to a plant-based diet, then you take time, and that's fine. So I'm not here to ridicule you that, oh, you had a steak yesterday or what. No. If you need to have your cheese, have your cheese. That's fine. Just important is the momentum, that you move on. Very, very important. You have taken that step into uh, this Eat Like a Vegan Chef journey, and if you take this momentum, you will make progress. And as long as you make progress, you will succeed. And that's very important. And that's why the community comes together. So if, for instance, if someone is struggling to let go of certain foods, then a community is there to help this person. Hey, you know what? I had this yesterday that tastes similar to this. We are much, much stronger in a community than we are alone. So this is very, very important. That's why it is so important. Okay, then we go into stage 5, which is cook it. I call it cook it, and that's when we all go crazy with certain recipes. We can do our own thing, and obviously we are in this. I call it the 6-week whole food plant-based planner. Every week, more and more vegan or plant-based, whole food plant-based meals will be released. So you will be introduced to a week with more and more plant-based dishes. So the last week is completely plant-based, completely. And again, someone here who is already on a plant-based diet, those members obviously start from the first week on. You don't have to transition from anywhere. But the reason you're here is, I would assume, is you want to make sure you eat whole food, plant-based. You don't want to have any processed vegan foods. And that's the same thing. Very often we cannot let go of vegan foods, processed vegan foods. So they have the same struggle like other people who eat meat. It's the same thing, because we're all addicted to certain foods. You know, I'm still addicted to certain foods, and I'm still trying to get off of certain foods, even though it's for you maybe it's nothing. But you know, I know of the foods I like, and I know of the foods I should let go of. But obviously, I do eat a whole food plant-based diet. But there's still foods I'm attracted to, and even if that's processed vegan foods. So we just have to make it in such a way that we don't overdo it, and then in the end, we are succeeding, and that's all possible because we are in a community, and a community is so much stronger than each of us alone. Okay, and then stage 6 is master it, and from here on, it's mastering a whole food plant-based diet, and that's where I will release every month a different topic. So we're going from holistic cooking in 1 month to vegan cooking to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's so many more topics. We go over it. I don't have them all published yet, but it's quite a lot. So we go over cooking techniques. I give you my knowledge. I will tell you, or I will show you in cooking sessions what I know and what I do in certain, when it comes to recipes, when it comes to cooking. After a few months, you will know exactly what I know, and I think that's the entire Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience, what it is all about. Obviously, weight management is one of them, and that is an ongoing topic. So the members who are here to lose weight, that is something I'm very keen of, because everyone will lose weight on a whole food plant-based diet. It's just, that's how it is. I'm not saying if you don't need to lose weight, well, then you don't need to lose weight, but it's just normal. The more whole foods you eat, the healthier you become, and the more lose your weight. That's a given, and I can almost guarantee this. I shouldn't say that, but that's how it is. If you And that's our goal here. Our goal is to help everyone who wants to transition to a whole food plant-based lifestyle to achieve their goal, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm passionate about. I want to help people become healthier, lose weight, and hopefully come off of any chronic diseases. That's what Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience is all about. And yeah, so this is basically what it is about. What I also have is every month I will have a different instructor interview. So this might be in a live stream setting or podcast, where I interview either yoga instructor, fitness instructor. Will go, one of the sessions, actually, what I do throughout the year is meditation. So I'm very keen of very keen of that you get the idea how meditation can help you become healthier or lose weight, or just, it's just very, very good for you. I hope you like the idea. I do meditate on a regular basis. I exercise on a regular basis, and I think it's very, very helpful. And that's what Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience is also all about. It's a whole package, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting and exciting, and I think you will enjoy it. So, are there any questions I can answer for you? I don't see any questions here, but so obviously, can you give us, Linda? Can you give us some gravy recipes? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is very simple. That's not a problem at all, and I think you will learn a lot of recipes throughout the course. Thank you, Justin. Everything sounds great. Thank you. So it's obviously the experience starts with an 8-week course, and the course is sort of quite intense. I mean, everyone should be having at least 15 minutes every night. If you have that, that's probably more than enough. You don't need more than that, or at least 2 or 3 nights of the week. That would be great. But I think it's very, very important that everyone would participate in the community and the discussions. That's where that's where the whole community comes together, and that's where we make progress. And I think that's so important. Okay, sounds like a very beneficial program. Yes, it is. Rambling Books. Yes. I think it's. To be honest, I've been working on this program, on this experience, so to call, for the last 2 years. I have worked tirelessly on this program, and it's finally coming together. Again, this is a founding member launch, and the reason why it is called a founding member launch is because you actually start the membership before the membership starts so to speak. So the actual date to start is in end of September. That's when everything starts, and it will go full force. And so a founding member launch is when people who have the same kind of idea, or they would like to go towards the same goal. And when we go through the course, I hope that you will give me input and give me your opinion of what do you think about the course. That's why the course is dramatically discounted. So when we go live in September, the course will be much higher than what it is now, because it's very intense. I can only tell you that, and I'm pretty sure that you will tell me by the end of the 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 3 months or whatever it is. I'm almost certain that you will tell me, wow, that was an experience you had never had before. And for me, it is very important, because you don't have this nowhere. Not even at Weight Watchers, not even at all the other programs. This is a very intense program in order to let go of certain, in order to reach our goal, to transition to a whole food plant-based lifestyle. Okay, so Dennis is saying he suffers from kidney stones and must avoid foods with high oxalate content. Will it be difficult for me to maintain a plant-based diet? No, it's not. No, it's not. Actually, a whole food plant-based diet will help you. I know there are certain foods you shouldn't be eating. That is true. But because a whole food plant-based diet is, if you eat the right foods, it will cleanse your body itself. So you don't, I mean, obviously, you want to check with your doctor as well. I want to make sure that that you are going on a plant-based diet. And if your doctor has anything, if he's saying that, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't have these foods, then we'll discuss this, obviously. But so that is, but I can only tell you that a whole food plant-based diet has a cleansing effect on your body. Rambling Books, how long do we have to join at the founding member level? No, the founding member level is about 3 months long, but depending on how if you join now, your price is set for life. So either you join with the monthly membership, which is I think $987 or $997, and you can go in with the lifetime access, and I think it's $89, $87. So it's and that's as for the lifetime access, that's it. You have access for life, and you can do the course as often as you want. So with other words, when we go live, excuse me, I need to drink something. When the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience goes live in September, officially, you can actually take the course again, and you can join all the new members in September, and you will see it's going to be an awesome experience to do this again, and meet all those people who have certain issues and learn from them, and you can actually tell them, what you have learned so far. Is going to be an absolute awesome experience, and you can do it as often as you like. And throughout the year, we do have these sessions where we come together in our live stream or cooking classes, wherever it is, and we discuss certain things. So it's going to be an awesome experience. Okay, I see. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining. Will all of the content be available on recordings? Yes, absolutely. So you will be having access to this sort of membership experience. Membership. It's a course, but it's because we are all in a Facebook community, so it's very interactive. Whenever you finish a module in the course, you go right into the Facebook group and either ask your questions or make a comment or you know, it's very, very interactive. We have we come together in this community and we'll discuss any kind of topics you have, any kind of problems you have, and that's why it is so important to have this community. Okay, Justin, I really appreciate your cooking and sharing your culinary expertise. I joined as a lifetime member. Yes, I know, Justin, and I really, really appreciate it. You should have gotten an email already. And thank you. I really appreciate it, Justin. Thank you. So, okay, there was another question here. Okay, so I answered the question with how long do we have to join as a founding member? Again, you start as a founding member and you remain a member. It's not really a founding member. You will be a member for as long as you are joining. And so there is no restrictions here. It's just the founding member level is very, very important in the beginning stage where I can get feedback from you if you think certain things are, could be better, could be changed, or certain things. So that's why it's called the founding member launch, and I'm hoping that you will be part of it. It's beneficial for you. It's beneficial for me, and it's beneficial for the entire group, because in September it will be. I can change a few things, and then also you can realize the change in that course in September. So, okay, I think there was. Yeah. Do you have anyone in mind for interviews yet? I have a few in mind, yes, but I don't want to release them yet. That's a surprise. I have. There are actually quite a few surprises throughout the year. I will release them when they come, and so it's going to be very, very interesting. I can promise you that. Okay, Dennis, do I need a Facebook account to join? I do not have Facebook and probably won't get one. I view all of your programs on YouTube. Okay. Okay. That's a good question. I have to find a way if we can create a community somewhere else. Yes, I can have a community on my server. I'm not sure if it's the same experience as it is on Facebook. So that's something I will definitely discuss. The good thing is you can. I do have a community on my platform, so we can have discussions there. So you don't have to go to Facebook. I know that most people are on Facebook, and the Facebook is a private Facebook group is just an incredible experience. The way I have it structured, and but I think I can do it on my platform as well. And it's a good thing that you mentioned this. So I will look into this, and I think I will have the option where you can join my community on my platform. So that's I don't think that should be an issue. So you will get your questions answered, that's for sure. Because the platform itself is interactive as well. So you can ask questions right there on when you do the course. So if you have any questions, for instance, or you don't understand something, there's actually a comment section right underneath the module, and you can ask any questions, and we can get together and solve things out. So from that point of view, the entire experience is very, very interactive, whether it's on Facebook or on my platform. Okay, how often will you repeat the course throughout the year? That's a good question, and probably 3 times. I'm not 100% sure yet. It depends how intense it will be. My goal is that my members have the most success. So if I see that we are going to 3-4 months, then I will not go into a next course right away. So to explain myself more, this community will be closed once we go live. That means, so for instance, if you join as a founding member, we start on July 27th. That's when the course starts officially. We will have a welcome party, and that's on Facebook, unfortunately. But again, I might have something on my platform as well. So I will. That's a good thing. That's why we have this question and answers, so I can address all your concerns. So we have this welcome party, and then we go into the course. So during these times, I will not accept any more members. Once we start on the 27th, there's no more members can join. And then we go through just before Christmas, and my next opening is planned in January. If I see that the September experience is too much, and my members need more time to transition, then I will not have a new launch in January. We will probably launch the next course in April. So, but the course is always there for you. So you don't have to be afraid that for as long as you've been a member, your course is there and your Facebook community is there. It will never go away. It's as long as you're a member, it's there for you. And it's just when we start the course, all members go together through the course. And once the course is finished, 8 months, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, then we go into the monthly periods where we learn topics every month, but we still focus on weight loss, health, and that's always there. But the course is there for you. If you have any questions, you can always go back to nutrition, for instance. If you need to know certain things, you can always go back there. So the course is there all the time. Just when the only difference is when we start in September, we start the course again, and obviously you can join again and see the entire experience again. As I said before, it is so amazing when you go with all the members together to achieve this one goal. And there's always someone who needs help with something, and you might have the answer. So you can help this person. And it's such a great experience. Okay. Hi, Rick from Florida. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. So did I answer your question, Lynn? So important is that this is not an open enrollment, this course or this experience. It is very important for me that you understand this. this is a closed community. Once we start the course, no one can enter or be added to the course, because once we start, it's just one group and we go through it until we all succeed. Very important to me. And then after 3-4 months, after everyone has transitioned to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, some people take 5 or 6 months, and that's fine. And it's I guess it's even beneficial to you if you start the course over again and see how everyone else is doing. So that's what the whole experience is about. Great, thank you, Lynn. Okay. Any other questions? Just see. Yeah, so I think it's okay. Plant-based protein powders considered? No, they're not. The question is, are plant-based proteins considered whole food plant-based? No, they're not. They're not. Believe me, when I work out a lot, you see me sometimes have a shake, but I try not to, because it's processed. It's processed food. You can take it here and there. Why not? If you're an athlete or you do run a marathon every week, yeah, I guess you need your protein. Otherwise, it's hard to maintain. But I know a lot of athletes who just eat a whole food plant-based diet, and they don't take any protein powders. You just have to eat right, and that's what this course is all about. I mean, I sometimes exercise twice a day because I just feel the urge to do that. But it's and the last time I bought powder was, I think, 6 or 8 months ago. It's just something I try to avoid, and it works. Okay, I'm interested in a lifetime membership. When is the deadline to sign up, please? The deadline is this Friday, the 17th, at midnight. So you can you have time until Friday next week. Jennifer, hi Jennifer, nice to see you. I just joined as a lifetime member. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dennis. You just purchased a lifetime. I really appreciate it, Dennis. I'm here to help. This is what this Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience is all about. I'm here to help. It's not about the money. It's about helping. I'm truly honored to help wherever I can, and I'm passionate about it. Helping others transitioning to a whole food plant-based diet. If you know anyone who's suffering from any chronic diseases or weight loss, please tell them about the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. I'm not a doctor. I cannot make legally claims that you can reverse any kind of chronic diseases, but once we start the course, I ask everyone to get a checkup with their doctor, just to see, just for your own experience, to see how your blood levels are, and once you transition, after 4 or 6 weeks, you go again to your doctor and have him check you out. That's in particular important if you suffer from chronic diseases. If you take any medicine, it's very important. For instance, if you suffer from diabetes, type 2 diabetes, for instance, I know you can reverse type 2 diabetes. It's possible. There is absolutely no doubt about it. but you have to stick with a whole food plant-based diet. And in a very small amount of time, you can actually be over-medicated. And it's not just me who's saying that. It's scientifically proven that this could happen. So it's very, very important that you involve your doctor if you take medications. That's very, very important. So, for instance, okra. You should not be eating a lot of okra if you take diabetes medicine. You could be, let's say you'll be eating everyday okra. You will be, in no time, you will be over-medicated, because okra has almost the same effect of what the diabetes medicine has, Medford, or, it's absolutely incredible. So certain foods are extremely powerful. Okay, again, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Just joined as a live member. I have been a vegetarian for 30 years and I'm allergic to dairy. Okay, I have been very intrigued by plant-based eating. I'm going completely vegan for years. Okay, I can't wait to transition to a vegan plant-based with you, a chef. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. And once the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience starts, I'm all here for you. I will be answering all your questions as good as I can, and I'm here for you. I will teach you everything. Maybe I haven't even introduced myself, what I have done and what I've done so far in the past. I'm a professional chef for over 30 years. I've cooked in the Caribbean, in Germany, in New York City for the last 10 years. I've been a New York Hotel Chef of the Year, I think in 96 or 97. Obviously, I went through a extensive culinary program in Germany. I studied food technology as well. Just about 2 years ago, I certified with the nutrition studies certification by Dr. Campbell, which was a whole food plant-based course, which is a very intense course about everything about nutrition and plant-based. It has nothing to do with cooking. They didn't teach us any recipes or anything. It's just the science behind. Dr. Campbell is the author of the China study. I have read almost every book a doctor has written about a whole food plant-based diet, whether it's Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Ornish, Dr. Greger. I've read all their books. It's just, for me, I absorb these books like, it's just incredible. The information is there and it's so beneficial. If I knew the knowledge I know now, I could have helped my mom who died of Alzheimer's and who had breast cancer. As Dr. Campbell said, the more protein, animal protein you eat, the more likely you will get sick of cancer. So this is just a fact. And if once you read the China study, it's a eye-opener. Unbelievable. He went in 1976 to China to conduct a study with a Chinese professor, and they went to all the villages and tested the people's urine and blood samples for chronic diseases. And in 76, none of the people in China in these villages, what they tested, who were eating a 96% plant-based diet, none of them had chronic diseases. So, but then came Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, and McDonald's, and they all came over to China. and they were adopting the Western diet. And slowly, after the years, the study went from 76 until, I believe, 96. Slowly, the people got chronic diseases. And that's a color-coded map. And the more the years progressed and the more people adopted a Western diet, the darker the spots became on the China study, on this map in China. And people became sick of cancer, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, you name it, they got it. And now I think China is going to number one. They're going to be even higher than us in diabetes and obesity. So this is what this course is about. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just teaching you how to cook the right food and how to transition to the right diet. That's what I'm here for. Wow, Lynn, you have registered. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so any more questions? Let me see if I missed anything here. Thank you, Dennis. I really appreciate it for purchasing. I think I mentioned this. Yes, Justin, interesting about okra. And there's a lot more foods which we will discuss in this community, which are beneficial to you, which are very, very powerful. They can help you, for instance, bitter melon. Bitter melon is one of the most powerful, we also call it Corilla, and I know the guys from the Caribbean. I have worked in the Caribbean. I always say I'm a Caribbean boy. Corilla is one of the most powerful vegetables, very, very bitter. And as far as I know, some of the compounds of the cancer treatment is from Corilla. Don't hold me to it, but there's some component of it. And it's very, very powerful. It actually can reduce your A1C level quite dramatically. It cleanses your blood. For instance, whenever I go to the doctor and I want to make sure I have a really, really clean blood level, I have Corilla or bitter melon, it's the same, the night before. And you can bet on it. It's just my blood levels were just absolutely perfect when I went there. So it's absolutely amazing. So foods are incredibly interesting. You just have to know, and you just have to know what to eat, how to eat it, and when to eat it, and you got to make sure that if you're on certain medication, what to eat and how to eat it, and be aware of it. Okay, I hope I answered all your questions. Again, maybe I have another Q&A during the week. Maybe I'll have it, let me see, maybe I'll have it Friday night. Yeah, and if there's any more questions, I will let everyone know, and then we'll go from there. So let me see, Juan, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And if Bastos, thank you for joining. I really appreciate joining me today. Any more questions? Then I would say I finish up. And if there's any questions, I will of course leave a link again where you can find more information about the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. Registration is open until Friday midnight, this Friday, July 17th. And I hope you will join me. And I'm thanking you for joining me today. If you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, if you don't mind, if you like this question and answer today, it gives me an idea if you like this question and answer. I just see my Instagram just finished. Let me just, okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you so much again, and would be great if you let me know if you enjoyed this question and answers by giving a thumbs up, so I know. If there's anything else you would like to know, or just put it in the comments, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at the Eat Like a Vegan Chef experience. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. If you can make a post about your next Q&A, would love to share it to my friends attending, if possible. Absolutely, Justin. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, I will. I will make a post. I will. Thank you.